Hello everyone, myself Prashant Patil. Today we will see new point of subject data structure of topic linked list. Before starting new point, just we recall the previous lecture points. In previous lecture we discussed the introduction of linked list. Also we discussed the definition of linked list. Also we studied different linked list terminologies. Also we discussed the basic operations of linked list. Today in this lecture we will see some points which are listed here. The first is types of linked list. The first type is singly linked list. Also we will discuss operations on singly linked list. There are some operations. The first operation which is insertion operation, second operation is deletion operation, and the last operation is traversing operation. First we will see definition of singly linked list. A singly linked list is one which all the nodes are linked together in some sequential manner, is called as linear linked list or singly linked list. Basically, a singly linked list is dynamic data structure. Dynamic means it's a changeable data structure. It may grow and shrink, means that it will be extended or it will be shrinking. Growing and shrinking depends on the operations of the nodes. Linked is created using structures, pointers, and dynamic memory allocations functions, which are malloc, calloc, and free. These are the three different inbuilt functions. Actually, a singly linked list is a type of linked list that is unidirectional. That is, it can be traversed in only one direction from head to the last node. Each element in linked list is called as a node. Already we discussed in the previous lecture. A single node contains data and a pointer to next node, which helps in maintaining the structure of the list. The first node is called as a head. It points to the first node of the list and helps us access every other element in the list. The last node, also sometimes called as tail, point to the null, which helps us in determining when the list ends. Now see in the figure. In figure contains only one node. The node contains two fields. The first field is data field and the second field is link field. Already we discussed what is meant by node. In data field actually contains actual data or actual element or actual value, and link field stores the address of next node. Let us see the figure. In figure, which contains 4 number of nodes. Each nodes are connected with each other by using the pointer. Each node has two fields. One field is data field and other field is, or second field is, address of next node. Now see at left side node, which contains two fields. The first field is data field, which contains the element 10, and data field contains the address of next node. The next node address is 1004, which stores in the link field. Likewise, in second node also contains 25 in data field, and link field or next field contains the address of next node, which is 1008. Likewise, in third node 18 is stored in data field and 1012 is stored in the next field, which is address of last node. Also 55 is stored in the data field and next field is not present. That's why I am going to write here null. This is one linked list. Now see in the figure, the name of the figure is singly linked list. in the figure contains 3 number of nodes. Each node has data field. The first node which contains data field is 5. In second node which contains 10, and last node contains 15. These 3 nodes which are connected by using the pointer. Now see here, I am going to create linked list using the structures. Already we seen that what is meant by structure. Basically structure is a collection of different data types. Now see here, name of the structure is node declared by using a struct keyword, struct space node. Now here node is the name of the structure. Inside a body of structure I am going to declare one variable, integer type variable. Name of this variable is number. Also I am going to declare one pointer. The name of the pointer is pointer ptr. This pointer is declared by using user defined data type, which is node. This is the body of structure. Then I am going to create a structure type variable. Structure type variable creation we can create in 2 ways. The first way is that after closing the structure, immediately I am going to write a variable and with semicolon. This is the first way. And now we can see here the second way, which is typedef struct node and node. This is last node is user defined data type. By using user defined data type node, I am going to create one pointer type variable, which is first. Now we can see here creating a linked list. Suppose if you want to create a linked list, then we can use inbuilt methods or inbuilt functions, which are malloc, calloc and free. Now see here, the first is equal to in bracket node pointer bracket complete malloc. Malloc is a one inbuilt function which allocates the memory at runtime. Then in bracket size of and node. Now here size of is an operator which allocates a appropriate memory which is required for the node, and this statement allocate one memory block, and allocated memory block address is which is assigned to a pointer variable first. By using malloc function, dynamically allocated one memory block or created one memory block which contains 2 fields. First, assume that n is equal to 3. N means number of nodes, which are 3, and the input values are 5, 1 and 9. First, insert 5. Suppose if you want to insert 5, first we create the memory block by using a malloc function. Now see in the PPT, first is equal to node malloc and size of. By using this statement here, going to create one memory block, and in data field I am going to insert element 5, then insert 1. Before inserting 1, first we have to create one memory block by using a malloc function. Then I am going to insert 1 in data field. Now here see that first node is connected to the second node. Then insert element 9. Before inserting element 9, first we have to create one memory block by using a malloc function. After creating one memory block, then we have to insert element 9 at the end of the node. Now see here 3 nodes which are connected by using a pointer. Now we can see here new point, which is operations on singly linked list. The first operation is insertion operation. Basically inserting new element in 3 situations. The first situation is insertion at beginning of the list. See carefully in the figure which contains two nodes. The first node which contains the element 20 and the second node which contains the element 30. Name of the figure is before insertion of the list. Now I am going to insert new node at the beginning of the list. Now here dynamically created one memory block by using a malloc function. See carefully in figure, P is a pointer pointed to one memory block. This memory block address is 1500. Means that P is a pointer pointed to data field, P is a pointer pointed to next field. Let us see that X is equal to 25. Means 25 is an element which are going to be inserted in data field. How to insert? See carefully. P is a pointer pointed to data is equal to X. Means whatever store in X which is assigned to data field. The next statement is P is a pointer pointed to next field is equal to head. Means that by using this statement, newly created memory block is connected to the previously created linked list. See in the figure, after executing P is a pointer pointed to next is equal to head, it will be directly connected to the head node is directly connected to the previously created linked list. Now see, name of the figure is after insertion of a list. Now the second situation, which is insertion in the middle of the list. Suppose if you want to insert new node in middle of the list, then we can insert here. Now see in the figure, name of the figure is before insertion of a list. The figure contains three nodes. The first node which contains the element 10, second contains the element 20, and the last node contains the element 30. Suppose if you want to insert element 50 which is already stored in variable X, first we have to create one memory block. How to create memory block? By using a malloc function. By using malloc function, dynamically created one memory block. After creation of memory block, first we have to see here P is a pointer pointed to data field is equal to X. As you know that X is equal to 50 which is assigned to data field, means that P is a pointer pointed to data is equal to X. Now newly created memory block or node is placed in between element 20 and 30. That's why two pointers which are Q and R are basically placed at proper location. Now see carefully, Q is pointed to address 2000 and R is pointed to address 3000. That's why the statements are Q is a pointer pointed to next is equal to P. Means that address of P which is assigned to Q is pointed to next, and P is a pointer pointed to next which contains the address of R node. By using these three statements, this linked list is created sequentially. The last situation is insertion at the end of the list. Means that if you want to insert new node in the list at the end. Now see carefully in the figure, name of the figure is before insertion. In figure contains three nodes. The first node contains element 10, second node contains element 20, and the last node contains element 30. Now here the element 40 which is stored in a variable X, means that 40 element is stored in a node at the last list. Before inserting new element 40, first we have to create one memory block. By using this memory block, we can insert element 40. After creating new memory block, pointer p is to be set. Means that pointer p is pointed to particular data field is equal to x. Whatever stored in variable x which is assigned to data field. Then we have to link previously created linked list and newly created node with each other. By using last pointer, last is the pointer pointed to next is equal to p. Means address of p is stored in last is the pointer pointed to the next. At the end, p is the pointer pointed to next is set to the null. And whatever the address of p which is assigned to a pointer last. Means that here newly created node is connected to the linked list at the end of the list. The next point is deletion. Now here we can perform different deleting operations or different situations. The first situation which is deleting first element in the list. Now see in the figure which contains 3 nodes. The first node contains the element 10, the second contains the element 20, and the last node contains the element 30. Suppose if you want to delete the first node in the list, first we have to set the pointer q to the first node which is head node. Means that address of head node which is assigned to pointer variable q. The second statement is head is equal to head is pointed to next. Means that head is moved from first node to the next node or second node. That's why here using the statement head is equal to head is pointed to next. And the last statement is free statement. Now here free is a one inbuilt function which will be removed or deleted the first node in the list. Now see in the figure, basically head is moved from first node to the next node by using the statement head is equal to head is pointed to next. And by using a free function q will be deleted, q pointer will be deleted which is pointed to the first node. The second situation which is deleting middle element in the list. Now see in the figure which contains 3 nodes. First node contains the element 10, second 20 and last one is 30. Suppose if you want to remove the middle element in the list. Before removing middle element in the list, middle node in the list, first we have to set 2 different pointers. These 2 pointers are r and s. Suppose if you want to remove middle element, first we have to set the pointer r at left side and pointer s at the right side of the node. Now see the statement r is the pointer pointed to next is equal to s. Means that whatever address is stored in a pointer variable s which is assigned to pointer next. Means that r is the pointer pointed to next which contains the address of pointer variable s. By using this statement, second node and third and fourth node which are directly connected with each other. And the second statement is free statement, free in bracket q. Means that q is a pointer pointed to middle element which will be removed in the list. The third situation which is deleting last element in the list. Suppose if you want to delete last element in the linked list. Now see in figure which contains 3 nodes. Now see here q is the pointer pointed to next is equal to null. Means that q is the pointer is set to the last node and executing the next statement, which is free statement. Free is a one inbuilt function, free in bracket last, means that last node is removed in the list. And the next statement, which is last is equal to q, means whatever address is assigned to pointer variable having pointer variable q, which is assigned to pointer variable last. Now see in the figure, after deleting the last node in the list. The last point, which is traversing. Traversing means displaying all the elements in the linked list. Now see in the figure, which contains 4 nodes. The first node contains the element 5, second contains element 10, third contains element 15, and fourth contains element 20. Suppose if you want to display all the elements in the list, then output will be 5, 10, 15 and 20. Suppose if you want to display all the elements in the list, then we have to perform these 4 statements, executing these 4 statements. First statement is p is equal to head, means that whatever address is stored in head, which is assigned to pointer variable p, means that pointer p is set to the first node. The next statement is while p is not equal to null. P contains the address 1000, means that while p is not equal to null means 1000 is not equal to null. Yes, condition is true. Then goes to the inside a while loop. Inside a while loop contains the first statement is printf statement. It will be executed. After executing this printf statement, it will be display p is pointed to data field. P is pointed to 1000 and which contains the data field is 5, means this printf statement will be display element 5. Then next statement will be executed. The next statement is p is equal to p is pointed to next, means that pointer p is moved from first node to the next node, then goes to the while loop. Basically, pointer p initially point to the 1000, and by executing p is equal to p is pointed to next, pointer p is set to the address 2000. While p is not equal to null means that 2000 is not equal to null. Yes, condition is true. Then goes to the while loop. Then it will be executed a printf statement. Inside a printf statement, p is pointed to data field. Now here p is pointed to 2000 and the data field which is 10, means that when printf statement will be executed, then we can see here the element output 10. The next statement is p is equal to p is pointed to next, means that again pointer p moves from second node to the third node, then goes to the while loop. Inside a while loop, p is not equal to null, means that pointer p is pointed to 3000. 3000 is not equal to null. Yes, condition is true. Then comes inside a while loop. Again executing printf statement. Inside a printf statement, p is pointed to data field. Basically, p is pointed to 3000 and the data field is 15. Means by using the printf statement, output will be displayed 15. Then next statement will be executed. P is equal to p is pointed to next. Means that again pointer p moves from third node to the fourth node. Then goes to the while loop. Now here see that pointer p is pointed to address 4000. Means p is 4000. P is not equal to null means 4000 is not equal to null. Yes, condition is true. Then goes to the while loop. Again executing the statement printf statement. P is pointed to data field. Now here p is pointed to address 4000 which contains the data field 20. By using the printf statement, output will be displayed 20. Again p moves from fourth node to the next node. P is equal to p is pointed to next. Basically p is pointed to 4000 and the next node contains the null pointer. Means now here p becomes a null. Now check the condition while p is not equal to null. Now here p is null. Null is not equal to null. Yes, condition is false. Means that we can display here all the elements in the list, which is 5, 10, 15 and 20. Thank you.